Hey church, welcome back to day 13 of our season of prayer and fasting. Today we're going to be looking at the topic of love, in particular the love that is described in the verse of today, which is John 3:16, which goes like this. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. You know, it never ceases to amaze me whenever I read this verse. You know, it always has something new for me, and it always reminds me and brings me back to that moment of salvation where I firsthand experienced Jesus' love in my life. You know, Pastor Tim Delina of Times Square Church described this verse like this. He said it's the most wonderful sentence ever written. It begins with God who has no beginning, and it concludes with life that has no end. And the thing that bridges those two together was God's love. You see, that word love as well, God's love, is not the normal version of love that we maybe know as humans. In fact, it is described differently in the Bible in this context. It's a Greek word known as agapao, or maybe agape if you know it that way. And it's defined as this: an unconditional love, loved by choice and by an act of the will. The word denotes unconquerable benevolence and undefeatable goodwill. Agapao will never seek anything but the highest good for fellow mankind. Agapao and agape are the words for God's unconditional love. You see, it does not need a chemistry, an affinity, or a feeling. You know, God's love is not earned. God's love is not conditional, and it does not look at any of the baggage that we may carry. It doesn't look at how our year has started, maybe. It doesn't look at the things we've done. It does not look at our past. You see, God's love is a love that surpasses all of our understanding. It goes beyond what we can even ask, think, or imagine. And once we have known this love, the challenge for us, church, is to take that love that we have received and to share it. Not to hold on to that love and keep it hidden in our lives, but to take it out into our lives, into our workplaces, into our communities. And you know, Plato the philosopher actually said this: whoever tells the stories shapes society. And well, church, we have the story. So the challenge today is to take that story wherever we may go and to take the love that God has shown us and to give it to others.